his farm. And he's here today to talk about his dehydrated garlic and garlic powder that he's making. And he's seeking a slow money loan to purchase equipment to process his garlic into garlic powder. This will help his production. This will not only help his production, but it will also potentially produce a market for other garlic growers who have the same problem. So apparently, something I didn't know about garlic, that 20%, I'll explain this, I'm sorry, 20% goes into sales, 20% goes into planting the seeds, but 60% is wasted because there's not a market for that garlic. And he's solving that problem of creating a zero-waste farm. So I'm going to hand this over to him so he can tell you about his garlic production.
It's always good to throw out a challenge. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hello everyone, I'm Richard Taylor, owner-operator of the Taylor Farm. My goal with this presentation is to obtain funding to acquire the equipment to process harvested dried garlic bulbs into garlic powder. I'd like to take a moment to thank Northeast Kansas Slow Money Group and everyone that's here for the opportunity to present in tonight's showcase. Also, I'd like to thank my friends, family, and my community for all the help and support to make my dream become a reality. I'd like to share a little history of the Taylor Farm with you. In 2015, I purchased a 10-acre plot of land near Baldwin City, a 1900s farmstead with a milk cow barn. Just think, loads of amended soil. The first year harvest included tomatoes, onions, potatoes, garlic, and more. After that first year, we decided that garlic was going to be our main focus. Vast amount of time, effort, and energy has been invested and gone into the honing of the garlic process, harvesting, drying, and planting. Since the first year, the garlic harvest has more than quadrupled. There she is, the red line. In 2015, 2,250 cloves were planted in that small field inside the red line. This was on hands and knees using a dowel rod and a plywood template. In comparison to 2018, where 28,000 plants went into the ground, that's the larger red square. This great feat was accomplished thanks to newly added equipment, a tractor-drawn bed maker, which made us a 4-inch tall raised bed with drip tape for irrigation and a water wheel planter that makes 4 perfectly spaced holes in the beds to insert a clove of garlic. 2018, the garlic season started early spring with garlic shallots, small bulbs packed with flavor. In mid-May, the garlic scapes begin forming. These scapes are the flowering part of the plant, making the beginning of the bulb growth. These scapes are harvested fresh. They can be grilled or made into pesto. We offer garlic pesto in a 4 and 8 ounce tub. Between May and June, there's about 14 hours of daylight. This sunlight accelerates the clove growth. This means a single clove planted begins adding additional cloves and making what we know as a garlic bulb. As the bulbs mature, a few are harvested and sold as green garlic for eating or drying. By late July, the garlic is mature enough for harvest. All the garlic is then harvested and transported from the field to the drying barn to hang. The garlic is hung in small bundles from the rafters of the building in long cords for optimal air circulation. This product takes 2 to 3 weeks depending on the weather. Once the garlic is dried, the bundles are taken down and the garlic is processed. Grade B bulbs saved for the next year. In storage, grade A bulbs to sell at markets and use for seed. But even with all our efforts, some of the garlic bulbs are inferior and need a place to be used. As Jackie said, from a harvest, the average garlic farmer sells 20% of his grade A product. He keeps 20% of his harvest for seed, and the additional 60% of the harvest is ground into garlic powder. The 60% contains the inferior and imperfect garlic. By no no means does that mean that it's not a good product. It just is not a magnificent product that we like to sell to our general public. So to continue moving forward and using the garlic harvest in its entirety, the goal of 2019 is to add garlic powder to the list of products offered by the Taylor Farm. To meet this goal, we are in search of equipment, a peeling machine to remove the dried covers from each individual clove, a slicer to take a clove and make many thinly sliced pieces in preparation for drying, a dehydrator to remove all moisture from these pieces of sliced clove, and a grinder to reduce the dried sliced cloves into powder for packaging. In conclusion, I am looking for funding to purchase equipment to introduce another value-added product, garlic powder, to the Taylor Farm brand. With this process, 100% of our garlic harvest will be utilized. This extends the shelf life to 1 year and potentially offers an avenue to channel